Today training is about KPIs, okay, key performance indicators, or we can say objectives and targets. In HSE management system, HSE plan, we must set KPIs and plan to achieve these KPIs, or we can say objective and targets, and plan to achieve objective and targets. It is one of the requirement of ISO 45001 2018, which is a OHS management system. Okay, so that's why we need to set some targets, and there should be some plan to achieve these targets. The same things I have explained previously in my ISO 45001 2018 training, and there are 4 different parts for this training. I have already uploaded in my YouTube channel. You can go through these 4 parts, so you will come to know what are the requirements that we have to follow when we are setting the objective and targets or KPIs. Okay, so let's start our training. Before we start our training, I would like to request that please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon, so you will never miss out any important content that I'm sharing with you on timely basis. Okay, so let's start. The continuous improvement map, you can see here, it is a continuous improvement map. Okay, when we are selecting the KPIs, these are the things we need to consider. Okay, you have to do the SWOT analysis, the stakeholder analysis, improvement roadmaps, implementing solutions, designing analysis process, creating ideas, data collections, understanding performance, okay, process yield, managing a risk rate log. Okay, so all these things you have to check when you are setting the objectives and targets or KPIs. It doesn't mean that you just have to pick something and you have to put it in the KPI. The KPI should be logical. As you know that the KPI should be smart. That should be SMART. Okay, smart. Then when you are setting the smart, S means specific. That should be particularly specific. That should give you the brief introduction about the particular KPI. It should not be the broad one. Okay, it should not be too much lengthy, so that won't be easy to understand. So it should be specific, target. Okay, after that M, it should be measurable. You should measure. If you are putting any KPI, that should be measurable. That should be in a number or something that you can measure. Okay, and A, it should be achievable. It should not be that you are putting the targets which is unachievable. You are saying that let's say that you have 10 accidents this year, and next year when you are setting the targets, you are setting the targets for the accident is 0. So that is non-achievable. You can't go directly on 0. If you have 10 last year, you can set 8 or 5. So in that way you can put the target, okay, which is achievable. After that, the time. A realistic. The KPI should be realistic. It should not be unreal, which is not happening in your company, but you are putting the KPI for you. Okay, that should be realistic. After then, time scale. That KPI should be achievable in timely. How much time you are setting and when you're going to achieve that KPI. So all these things you have to mention in the objective and targets, your KPIs. KPIs, performance management, an approach used to manage performance of an organization. It plays an important role in the success or failure of business. So that is the importance of KPIs. It is applied to measure the performance of an organization, business unit, single department, a project, process that builds a product or service, and employee. So all these things can we apply the KPIs. Performance management, it includes activities such as planning and setting expectations, developing the capacity to perform, continually monitoring performance, periodically rating performance in a summary fashion, rewarding good performance. Now, KPIs, performance indicators, measurement that define and assess the performance of an organization, department, employee, etc. Objectives to be targeted in order to add the most value to a business. Choosing the right performance indicators relies upon a good understanding of what is important to the business. Okay, so it is very, very important that you have to consider what is important to your business. When it is coming on the business, it is on the top level, and after then when it's going inside the business, the department wise, what is important for the department, that you have to check. What is important for your department to improve? like the transportation, HR department, HSE department, quality department, different departments. So department wise also you can set the KPIs or objectives and targets. Two types of KPIs are there: result oriented indicators focus on the key outputs of process related to the critical success factors, examples customer complaints and return or on investment. So these are the two types: result oriented indicators. Business goals, KRS and KPIs, project goals, okay, and operational goals. And process oriented indicators are focus on inputs to a process. Examples: time to process customer order or late deliveries. These are the process oriented indicators, KPIs. So performance indicators are used to help. Why we are using the KPIs? Okay, these things will tell you the reason of using the KPIs. The reason we are using the KPIs is because it's help organization to understand the performance level, how we are performing, okay, and what is the level of performance, whether it is going down or whether it is going up compared to last year, compared to like last 3 months, last 6 months. So all these things you can compare. It will help you to setting a realistic performance goals, aligning daily work to strategic goals, help monitoring progress on real-time basis, and help understanding the weakness and establishing improvement priorities. Determine whether an improvement is being made and maintained. And it will help you to benchmark internally and externally. Identify if staff are doing well and whether they need some help or not. So it will tell you also. Provide a basic for recognizing team and individual performance. Selecting proper performance indicator. When you are selecting the proper performance indicator should be developed based on critical success factors and voice of the customers. So when you are setting the KPIs, you have to check the customer requirements also, the interested parties needs and expectation. You remember in ISO 45001 I explained you regarding the interested parties, internal and external, okay, those things we have to consider also in the KPIs also. I'll show you ISO 45001 clause number 6 where we are setting the objective and targets and what we have to consider when we are setting these KPIs, okay. So let me show you that first, then we will move. Okay. So this is the ISO 45001 standard 2018. So the clause number 6.2. Okay, I'm here showing you only the clause number 6.2, objective and targets. For the full training, you can go to my YouTube channel. There I have provided the full training regarding this training, ISO 45001 2018, which is very important for your business and for you as well in health and safety. And there are 4 different parts. It is not only one part, 4 different parts, and I have explained in a very detailed way so that you can check. So let's move OHS objective and targets. The organization shall establish OHS objectives at relevant function in levels in order to maintain, continually improve the OHS management system and OHS performance. Okay. The OHS objective cell. So when you are maintaining or setting the OHS objectives, be consistent with the OHS policies. It should be linked with your OHS policy. Okay, be measurable. It should be measurable, as I said you earlier. Then take into account whenever you are setting, you have to take into account of applicable requirements. Okay, the result of the assessment of risk and opportunities. So when you are doing the risk assessment, that time some of the risk you are identifying. So those also you can consider in your risk and opportunity, your objective and targets. Okay, the result of consultation with workers. When you are consulting with the workers, when you are checking or asking with the worker, maybe they have some concern, maybe they have some requirement, those things also you can put in the objective and targets where they exist workers representative. It should be monitored, okay, and it should be communicated also and be updated as appropriate. Okay, so that you have to put in the objective and targets. When you are putting the objective and targets, you should have a plan also. In my previous training in ISO 45001, I show you how to make a plan, how to make the objective and targets, and how to make a plan to achieve them. Okay, so you can go in that video and you can get all the idea how the setting, how to setting the objective and targets, and how to make a plan to achieve them. Okay, when you are Planning to achieve objective and targets, the organization shall determine what will be done, what you will do to achieve that target. What are the resources will be required? Maybe you need the manpower, maybe you need the money, what you need. Who will be responsible? Okay. Who is responsible to achieve that particular objective and target or KPIs? And when you're going to complete it? How the results will be evaluated, including indicators of for monitoring. How you're going to evaluate that, whether it is success or not, whether it is achieved or not. How the actions to achieve OHS objectives will be integrated into the organization business. So these are the requirements regarding occupational health and safety, KPIs, objectives or targets, how to set and how to achieve them. So that you have to complete. So this one. So it's saying that critical success factor and the voice of the customer also we have to consider. Critical success factor, elements that are necessary for a strategy to be successful. And CFS, customer satisfaction survey, election is a very subjective exercise. Example of CFS are delivery on time and in full, providing superior customer service, and short time to market new products, and management commitment. Voice of the customer. Performance indicators should reflect the voice of the customer. The critical to quality characteristics, features of your customer should be then used as the basis to select your KPIs. All data needs to be collected from customers. So when you are setting your KPIs, you need to put the voice of the customers also. Okay, if there is any complaint, if there is any suggestion from the customer also. So all these things also need to be included in the KPIs also. The best way to get all these things from the customer is customer satisfaction survey that you can conduct. You can get the ideas and any concern is there from the customer side that you can get it and you can include in the KPI. Example, selecting the proper performance indicators, okay, CTQs, okay, CFS and KPIs and data to be collected. So it's saying the CTQs is saying that all repairs to be done within 5 days. What is the KPI? Percentage of repairs done within 5 days. Okay. So percentage, the number should be here. Okay. Without number, it is not a KPI. Time to complete each repair. On time in full delivery, percentage of on time full delivery. How many percentage? 10%, 15, 20 number. Time and quantity delivered. Calls answered within 5 rings. Percentage of call answered within 5 rings. That is a KPI. Time to answer each call. Data to be collected. So once you will collect the data, okay, after then you can get the percentage. Okay. So this is the way you will get the KPIs and you will monitor them. KPI tree, a visual method of displaying measures in an organization related to a project. Brings all measures together, the KPI tree, and provides a visual representation for each measures contribute to their other measures and aligning work with the organization strategy. Okay. KPI tree, board of directors, GM. After then we have the purchasing HR organization, and it's not what you call not different, similar like organization chart. So that it will come. Planning, production, processing, assembly, packing. Other than department head name, it will come the process names. Okay. What are the process that we are doing? Customer satisfaction project, customer notification, customer complaints, number of complaints. Okay. So customer satisfaction project, if you have a particular department, how you are arranging and how you are managing these things. So it will show you customer notification and customer complaints, two types of like concern you are getting from the customer. One notification, one is complaint. For the notification, number of notification, number of percentage of notification answer within 24 hours, and dissatisfaction from the customer notification, average answer time. After that, number of complaints, percentage of major complaints, and cost to business. Successful KPI tree is the one that contains a balance of measures covering efficiency, effectiveness, and quality delivery and cost. Effectiveness performance indicator like measures process in the eyes of the customer. Efficiency performance indicator measures processes from business perspective, like are of interest of internal customers, close links within the 8 bases. Now, characteristics of effective performance indicators. Okay, if your KPIs are effective or not, how you can identify. Okay. It should be reflect the voice of the customer, relate to critical success indicators, factors are agreed with and down on by areas themselves, are well defined and understood by all, are measured regularly and consistently, enable open and transparent communication, are acted upon by the senior management, and are used for continuous improvement. A balanced scorecard. A common way to manage and monitor performance indicator, it is a balanced scorecard that is used by the organizations, a report that displays a collection of performance indicators. It has evolved from a simple performance measurement framework to a full strategic planning and management system. It helps monitor performance against strategic goals. Customer, financial, business process, learning and growth, the fourth is the balanced scorecard, it's showing here. Performance dashboard, a series of graphics, charts, and other visual tools that can be easily interpreted and analyzed for the KPIs, and you can use the dashboard also. Easily monitor the performance in an organization. They allow to see if the performance indicators are being met based on the goals in place. Sorry, if not, they will usually alert that corrective actions should be made. They are typically limited to show, summarize, comparisons, and trends. A good dashboard. When you are creating a dashboard, how it should be? It should be simple and easy to understand to the people. It should conveys important information at a glance, contains minimal distractions and visual appealing, display real-time information, should be displayed on the shop floor using a screen or bulletin boards. Examples, these are some examples of performance indicators, objective or targets: manufacturing production, spoiler rejection rate, rework rate, time spent on product, rework, total units, manufacture units per day. This is for the projection, production and manufacturing. Purchasing and inventory, cancel purchase requests, purchase orders completed, purchase order cycle completed, the stock level, unloading time, inventory days coverage. This is for the purchasing and inventory. These are the KPIs for the sales, marketing, and shipping. Time to process customer orders, time to resolve customer claims, visit to key customers, sales forecast accuracy. So when you are setting the KPIs and targets, make sure each department's KPIs are included in the company main KPI folder. Okay, each department, they should have some KPIs, and each department, they should be aware about their KPIs, and they should have the plan to achieve their KPIs also. Okay, so this is the requirement. So that we have the finance and accounting, net profit margin, cost of goods sold, operating incomes, cost per unit, then maintenance, response time to breakdown, mean time between failures, mean time to repair. Then we have the HR, staff turnover ratio, employee satisfaction index, exit interview satisfaction rate, part-time employees, disabled staff ratio. Okay, so these are the. Then we have the health and safety environment, recorded safety observation, workplace inspection audit, risk assessment implemented. For the quality, customer complaints, returns from key customers. Okay, these are for the quality. Lean, we have the value added time, ticket time, operator machine cycle time. So this is for the lean. So you can see here, I have included all the departments, most important departments I have included here. So you can get, you can simply take any one of these and you can use for your company. Or if you have any other extra departments, those departments also you can include it in your KPIs. After that, KPIs and continuous improvement. KPIs are key to continuous improvement process. Examples, chartered improvement projects, project charter approved and signed off. SOPs developed after improvement projects, completed improvement projects, financial department improvement, involvement in improvement projects, and process performed for at 4.5 sigma or higher. Staff trained in Lean Six Sigma, saving resulting from an employee suggestions, time to respond to suggestions, idea conversion rate, Kaizen events conducted, and cross-industry benchmarking studies. Now, the operational definitions. Operational definition should be a clear and detailed description of a performance indicator. Ensure consistent data collection should be there, and ensure standards are applied in the same manner. When you are operational definition you are providing, okay, and you are taking the data. That should be consistent. Customer reports fault. This is the chart, okay. Time to repair, okay. It's showing you that. Components of operational definition. This is the components of operational definition format. Performance indicator, respective unit, description formula, data source, measurement method, okay. Frequency, when, how, when, who, okay. Data collector. KPIs, utilizing performance indicators, where we can utilize the KPIs, performance indicators. Review the quality of the current data collection methods. Train staff on CTF's KPIs. Okay. Start by few easily understood performance indicator. Relate to critical success. Allow teams to define and select their own KPIs. Have performance indicator approved by senior management. Okay, this is one of the requirements also. Performance indicators should be approved by senior management. Measure and report only what matters. Monitor performance using dashboards. Display at workplace. Use them as a basis for team meeting and decision making. Identify and pursue improvement goals. Further information, a problem may arise when managers struggle to identify the vital few performance indicators and instead collect and report a vast amount of everything that is easy to measure. Okay, these are the some issues the managers they will find when they are not able to find the critical or any important KPIs for that department. Many of the customer related performance indicators are developed and managed using customer relationship management software. So that's all for this training. KPIs, which is objective and targets, and how to plan to achieve them. So all this information I have shared with you. As I said earlier, please go back to my channel and go through the ISO 45001 video. Okay, how you can search this ISO related? Go to my channel and there is a playlist. When you will go to the playlist, I have separately put the ISO. So all the ISO training is there, so you can get it. In that one, I have explained how to set the objectives and how to plan to achieve them, how to make a plan. So thank you so much for your time and patience. I hope you like this video and the information which I shared with you. And please show your support. Thank you so much for your love and patience. So see you in the next video. Thank you so much.